the Emergency Power Podcast. You've made it through a wormhole and have arrived in an alternate timeline where the dominant life form in the Verscarum is, in fact, clowns. Welcome to the Clownarium, where the clowns are in charge. So just like everywhere else.
I'm fine with it.
Trigger warning.
Send in the clowns.
They're already here.
This is the darkest timeline. No! Oh, God.
So I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to leave.
I'm sorry to tell everyone that Richard has been removed from the podcast.
Hey, kids, you want a balloon animal?
You sound like if Goofy was a terrifying clown, like he worked in the service.
Goofy is a terrifying clown.
Oh, boy.
Gee, you want a balloon?
No. Oh, I'm good. Jeff is literally like wetting his pants.
Some people don't know this. I don't do horror. Like I honestly would probably be pretty funny to play horror games on Twitch because I scare easily, and Adam can attest to
I've seen
how
it.
badly I've played Phasmophobia in VR.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm becoming known for running and playing in horror games, so you know.
Yeah, I don't.
One of these
I don't
days, Jeff,
do
we'll put you in
horror.
the hot seat.
We have all the spectrum here on the Emergency Power Podcast.
You know, maybe we can set that as a stretch goal. Make Jeff play scary games.
Ooh, I like it. And the rest of us just get to sit and comment on it.
Me? Oh, no. I have to play by myself too. God. The only way Adam got me to play Dark Souls is because he played with me.
Dark Souls, really?
Notoriously creepy
Don't
game,
judge
Dark
me.
Souls.
Jeff in a room by himself with a computer and a webcam playing 10 candles with us GMing.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
like you can't hear us unless we want you to.
No, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all.
No one does.
I want to go home.
Well, you can't go home. You're stuck in a mansion on a moon under a dome with a tiefling.
Oh yeah, I've got to kill this guy. Hold
A
on.
lot of fantasy words.
Let me just
Sci-fi words.
muster all my courage here so I can punch this guy in the face.
We're not trapped in here with the Tiefling. The Tiefling is trapped in here with us.
Yes.
That is true. Also, it's very insensitive, Jeff. We've got to kill this guy.
There you go.
You're right. We'll do it together. Teamwork.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, when you go to finish it, you'll just all put your hand on the same sword and together with one big sweep.
Lock fists and all punch him together.
I didn't know this was an
Punch
anime.
From every angle.
Some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure punches in there.
Have you seen the creepy labor poster where all the hands form one giant fist? Like, that's what we gotta.
Yes.
Seize the means of production.
It's an all-might punch.
Well, why don't we go ahead and get into it and see if we can't find our way to this tiefling this time? Because half the party stands in a silent hall with crackling, burning turrets. The other half stands amidst a circle of crimson candles. Lives are on the line, so let's not waste precious seconds and go ahead into the Tomes of Emergency Power, Volume 3, Chapter 8.
Okay, do you want to share what you drew from that deck before the game?
I've gotten into habit before every game. I pull a card from the tarot deck and I share it with Richard, my fellow tarot nerd. And for you fellow tarot nerds, we drew the 10 of Swords today, so only a little bit stressful. We're not at all worried. It's going to be
I
fine.
only just recently learned what that means. It means
It's
we're
that meme. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
It is the culmination of much pain and suffering.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's fine. That's
Yep.
cool. That's fine.
And like I said, last time it was 3 Pentacles, so I'm real worried. So far, it's
What are there nice tarot cards? Can we get some nice tarot cards?
there's definitely some nice tarot cards.
The big win, the easy victory.
The winner card.
Yeah, the you win card.
I thought you meant like nice tarot cards as in like happy artwork, like Happy Tree Friends artwork or something.
Oh, I mean, it's still
And those
exist. Swords, but yeah, cute.
You're still gonna die, but in a cute way.
Hey,
Negotiations have come to a close, Scriff Dovetail. Your next appointment is on the 2nd floor. The Master's chamber resides there. Please proceed in a timely manner.
Kiss my
Whoa.
Can't get penta.
Just passive, just waits, just like a perfect butler.
Radio up the other crew. We are done here. What's your status?
We have recovered 2 members of the Dovetail family. One of them seems to be competent and healthy enough to be able to lead the other out. Pons has been injured.
Yeah, what's the status of Tank? Still, he woke up, right? Like,
Yeah, the status currently is under your armor.
okay, I'm going to get back in my armor and pull it up off of Tank.
So like, wait 1 second, Tank, and then you crawl into your armor and then lift it up off of him.
So awkward.
It's I can get in and out of it pretty quick, actually.
Okay.
So squeeze past him.
Squeeze, Yusoki.
All right, so you pull the armor up off of Tank, and you hear this from underneath, and they're like, "Oh man, thank the gods that was crunching down on my bones, bro."
Tank, are you okay?
Scriff! He immediately jumps up and like tackles you with a hug.
You're alive.
You came to save us.
I thought I lost you for a second.
Yeah, everything still hurts, but I don't know if that's from me getting shot or from the armor crushing me.
Have you seen any of the others? Do you know how they are? If they're okay,
like,
are they all
put
here?
me in a cell all by myself, man, and I know there's others around, but I don't know where exactly.
Are they all here?
I don't know.
Okay, we have a ship outside. We can take you there. We can escort you there if you need to, but it's probably the safest place for you right now.
But we gotta find the others, right?
I'm going to find them, and I'm going to find the one responsible for this.
Okay. He looks around at the others that are standing there.
These are my friends.
All right.
I raised 4 arms.
Oh God.
Whoa, man. That's pretty cool. But
Thank you.
please, and he like looks around. Help my family.
Brandon will take off his hat and give a bow. The name is Masters, Brandon Masters. But when he pulls his hat down, he sees that it was indeed shot, and there's a big hole through it. And you see this look of just utter rage fill his face. This isn't
So
over.
Tank's getting this. He's getting this introduction from you. You're like, "Nice to meet you," and then you just get this look of rage on your face. It's like, "Whoa, bro! I didn't do it."
This isn't over.
Are you okay to walk?
I'm fine. Oh, you're talking to your brother. Oh, okay.
You got some weird friends, bro.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah. I guess I'll go find that ship. He like daps you up, and it's like, "You can do it," and runs off out the main doorway.
How's he looking when he runs? Is he like struggling or?
You guys healed him up fairly well after he got shot. Like, he doesn't look perfect. He's like breathing a little hard, but he doesn't look like he's dripping blood behind him or anything like that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
Gotta get away from that angry bro.
Just to be sure, I'm gonna be before he goes out of the room. Just to be sure, I'm gonna make sure that turret outside is programmed to not shoot at any Yusoki.
Okay, fair enough. Good plan. By the way, good job with that turret, because I will admit, last game I was totally gonna have it pop down and murder anyone who was in the hallway. So good job handling that before it came up.
Yeah. All right. Now it works for us.
Yay, perception checks.
Handy.
Okay. We're sending Tank back to the ship. I advise you to send the others as well. We need to head upstairs.
We're in the process of organizing that now.
Also, we ended last session with 5e shouting Soul's name, so I really need to know what was coming after that.
Agreed.
Oh no, I don't know if I remember.
What is it? Never mind.
I think I was shouting because they were moving toward the north end of the room.
Yes.
And I think I was going to shout, Soul, check that doorway and clear the path. We need to determine the safest route of egress for these people.
Already on it. And, Soul's gonna run over and start figuring out if this is a push door or a pull door, because...
It's a doorknob.
It's important.
Yeah, you start pushing and pulling on this door to see if it moves, and it opens just a little bit, and then you hear it smack into something on the other side.
Right, this is going to be fun.
Another dovetail?
Just on the
Those
floor
angel
inside.
statues.
There's just so many of them.
So, now that I've confirmed, is a hidden door, does work. Did we ever find that other statue? I still don't trust it.
I think you just found it by sound things.
Oh god, it could be watching us right now.
We didn't.
Now that I know this works, I'm going to stand here and survey the room as Soul starts digging in their pockets. In these very poofy pants, is like digging through, and they like are muttering to themselves, like, this has gone from a very simple get in, kill someone and get out, to a locate and protect. It's so much more expensive, it's so much less satisfying. And like pull their hands out, put their hands back in a slightly different way, start rummaging again, and kind of looking around the room. Happy to do a perception.
Yep, go ahead.
That's a 25.
25.
There's a chest in the corner. Anything else?
On a small table over to the right-hand side of this room, there is a animal skull sitting next to what looks like possibly a book of... Is that blood written on there? I don't know, maybe. But it's definitely not sanitary.
So tacky. I mean, look around. Clearly this is an edgelord place.
Seriously.
So that female Yosoki goes over and starts pulling the bandages off that figure that had been tied up, the one that Pawn's hero played over to save. Starts pulling it off, and you see it is indeed another Yosoki underneath those bandages. And she seems to do a quick check-in with them and then looks around the room. Judging by what you told that man, that devil over there, and she gestures to the dead soldier that you spoke into the camera of, you seem to be here to help. The rest of my family, they're in great jeopardy. I'll take all the assistance I can get, even if that means you just hand me a weapon. I may not be a soldier, but I'm sure as hell about to become one.
We are here with your sibling, Scriff. I believe we can get you safely out of this complex, though. There are 2 more of your siblings in the jail cells in the southern hallway. I will escort you to them and see if we can get those doors open. But for the time being, I believe the complex has been cleared of all turrets as well as Infernex personnel.
Okay, please. She follows right behind you, and she picks up the other Yosoki, throws their arm over their shoulder, and starts helping them walk down the hall.
All right. 5E's just going to go cell to cell. Are these security locked in a meaningful fashion, or can I pretty much just bash my way through these doors?
They are pretty solid wood and metal doors. So you could, if given enough time, smash your way through, or you could try to pick them. They seem kind of similar to the locks you had opened before, very manual.
That's engineering for these?
Yes.
Okay. How many engineering checks would you like for the relevant cells? 2?
Just give me 2 of them.
Okay. Oh, God. Natural 1 for the first one, a 12, so I'm going to lose some time, unfortunately.
Do you want to call Scriff over to start working from the other side?
I was going to say, Soul's not going to be standing there while we do all this.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll calm Scriff and say, we could use a hand getting these locks picked open. There's a few of these Yosoki still in cells back here. I'm doing my best, but can't get through them.
I'm on my way. And I'll head back through.
Scriff, your appointment is upstairs. And then, like, as you go forward towards, like, the other plate in the main hall, Scriff, your next appointment is upstairs. Like, they just keep appearing in front of you.
Felota, 1 second. I'm going to stand at the hollow projector right here, and I'm going to try and hack it to shut this thing up.
I think Brandon will look at Para and just say, I guess we are to follow then?
Agreed. But it seems that there is another exit. Perhaps we can find the third way around.
That's a 33.
Okay. So, Scriff, you hack into this panel, and what you're getting is it just is essentially the end of a computer system. It's just where the projection comes out. So you're not actually getting into the system itself, but you could turn off this panel if you wanted to.
Yeah, I turn it off.
Okay. The little dim glow that's around it goes down, and now it's just an inert ball of glass on the floor.
And then I proceed to assist with opening doors.
Okay. Soul, what are you doing at this door that you could open about an inch before you hit something?
So first off, between the perception check and having heard 5e, do I see any logos on those soldiers? Do I pick up on this Infernex reference, and would I know a thing?
with the perceptions you rolled, absolutely, you would have heard them talking about it. And yeah, all of these soldiers have a patch with that upside-down trident sticking on it. And as far as if you've heard of them, if you want to give me either a culture check or if you have a relevant profession or anything along those lines, I'd take that.
I mean, I've spent a lot of time. So, I can give you this. For culture checks and anything about artistic innovations or traditions, which I quite like weapons. It's an art form. My DC is reduced by 5.
Ooh, fancy.
Because of my sensate background. Let's see what RNGesus says. That's a 16.
Okay.
It's not bad. I spent a lot of time in the underground and a lot of time guarding people.
You actually do recognize this logo, and the name sounds familiar from the kind of work that you do. You know that this group is a paramilitary group of mercenaries. They operate in the Pact Worlds and adjacent systems, and you know that they'll often take contracts that have been passed over by more on the up-and-up companies. They have a lot of resources, you know that much, and aside from that, you've heard rumors that maybe they have an HQ on Broken Rock, but that's kind of unsubstantiated.
Yeah, nothing I really need to give up right now. I'm going to pull out 3 healing serums. I'm going to put 2 on the ground and be like, Pawns, these are for you. I'm going to take the other and tuck it kind of into the sash on my belt so that if I happen to be unconscious, it would be very easy to find. And
make sure you let people know.
just or easy to quickly grab if I'm in a very bad state.
Sure.
And as Pons is messing with this chest, I'm going to try and throw my shoulder into this door and force it open.
Okay, you go ahead, give me a athletics check. Pons, feel free to open that chest, Cooper, and describe what you find inside.
Let's see. So Pons opens the chest.
Don't be a mimic, don't be a mimic.
There are 2 things in it. And I don't know how to pronounce this first thing, but it looks like some like brass knuckles, but they're called Ignerso knuckles.
Sounds cool.
Ember. And it says Ignersos wield enough strength to punch through rock, and even after death, their claws ignite with momentary heat. When struck against another surface, weaponsmiths can stabilize the claw's supernatural ignition and incorporate them into bladed gauntlets known as Ignerso knuckles. These gauntlets protect the wielder from the claw's heat, and high-end models allow the claws to retract into the wrist sheaths. Not something Pons is going to use.
Is that new hot workout craze Igner-size? That's what they're for.
Igner.
Are those big enough to strap onto a mech?
Oh no.
And then there is a agonizing, I think it's insignia, or is there another term for that, Adam?
Yeah, this is one of those weapon fusions.
Fusions, that's the term. And it's a inflict pain spell that you can attach to a weapon and allows you to cast the inflict pain, which causes the target to take a -2 on basically all checks.
That's pretty cool.
Once a day.
Nice.
Is that currently attached to the knuckles?
Yeah, no, it is sitting next to it.
That's a little fusion
But
seal.
you can note that you found this in a room where there's blood on the floor and sacrifice circles. You can guess what they were probably used for.
Typing.
Gardening.
Barbecues.
Barbecues.
It's a pretty cool gardening shit. Gardening does as well, though.
All right, what was that strength roll again, Soul?
So I'm very bendy. Not necessarily the strongest.
Are you bending in the wrong way now?
The 13?
All right, so you slam into this door, and it just makes this loud boom sound through the entire room and hallway, and it barely moves more than it had before.
I was clearly not paying much attention. I used the side that I fell on when fighting the mech.
Do we hear like the sound, the echo of it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So then Power turns to. Actually, wait, are you with me, sir?
Yeah, I'm following Para. Brandon's following Para.
Okay, cool. So, yeah.
And Pons runs into the door really fast. Ow! Ow!
Does he have
pretty sturdy door.
Did that sound
Does he
like
have those
Bond
knuckles
to you?
out?
No.
There's definitely something going on over here, Para. We shouldn't go alone. I'll follow you.
All right, pawns, together, on 3.
We keep hearing this strange banging sound. In Schools of Pain, it could be more of Skillish family.
That was an 8!
Here we go.
Perhaps they are torturing them.
Saul is not getting through this door.
All
16.
Para's hearing is smash noises and squeals, so it sounds like someone's beating up more Yusoki. Or it's just these two fading at a door.
Yeah, Para, you walk first into this room, and you see an old kitchen, very in disrepair and derelict. And then as you're looking around, you suddenly hear this horribly loud bang sound. And you look over to the side, and you see a smashed-looking statue propped up against a wall, and you can see a little bit of a door on the other side.
Aha. So they blocked the normal door to get into the ritual room and left only the secret entrance.
Seems like that's the case.
Okay, so yeah, heading up to the statue. Is Pons making? Is Pons just going ow every time?
Ow. Ow.
Basically.
Ow.
That is definitely Pons.
Brandon is rooting around in the pantry to see if there's any booze left over.
Oh my god.
You know what? Let's see. Go ahead, give me heads or tails.
Heads.
All right, you find one small bottle of red wine.
Yes.
How old is it?
It's within the last 20 years.
Red wine, you make me feel so fine. Okay, I will join Para.
Pons, can you hear me? Are you in pain?
Yeah, no, my shoulder's not feeling great after that. I mean, that and getting shot, clawed, and the boils on me.
Para looks at Brandon. We just had gun turrets. That sounds terrible.
Big freaky monsters on this side. I'm glad you guys didn't have to see them.
Can this door be opened? I have places to be.
The door leads only to the main hall, which we have already rescued. Tank, not Scriff, to Tank. We have rescued Scriff too. I mean Tank.
I am very
It is hard to pass this many new people.
Yeah.
We can meet you around in the main hall. Scriff is already on the way.
We just walk back the way we came?
It would seem so.
Oh, okay. Oh, I found some cool items back here. Someone's got to take them from me. They're not very useful for me, though.
All right, well, when that is happening, let's go ahead and jump over, and let's have both Scriff and 5e give me some more engineering rolls as you try to pop these locks.
Second one was better
Pop
on
and
my
lock?
end. Got a 29 this time.
And Scriff got a 31.
They're
All right.
breakdancing in the halls.
Pop and lock it.
They're popping and locking.
Popping and locking.
We're popping and unlocking.
Ka-chunk,
Ah,
ka-chunk.
ooh.
You hear the locks open and push the doors in, and you see two Yosokis lying on the ground, both seemingly unconscious.
Not gonna lie, I thought those were the sound effects for you popping and locking it.
Also, did I happen to see the two Yusoki that they already saved run down the hall as I came in?
Like, you look down the hallway, 5e standing there, and you see both Nima and Glitch standing on the other side of the hall.
Okay, the bandaged one would be Glitch, right? And Nima would have
Correct.
been the one in the center in the
Yeah,
ritual.
you see Nima holding Glitch up and carrying them through the hall. And as you move into the room with your giant power armor, their eyes go wide with the realization of who's inside.
I open up the head so that they can see who I am. Glitch, Nima, I'm glad you're okay. We're here to help.
I'm glad you're here. We need to get them out of here as quickly as possible. They didn't have as easy a time as I did.
Yes, we have a ship outside. I'm going to get them, and then we're heading upstairs to get everyone else. Is everyone here? Do you know?
I don't. I was in a cell most of the time. But I know there are more. I've seen some of them. I think I saw Click, and I'm not sure who else.
I forgot the names of my siblings.
If only I had a list. because there's too many of us.
5e moves into the easternmost cell. Quick medicine check just to see if I can bring this one back to consciousness.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a go.
23.
23? Yeah, you can certainly, I think that's within your range to even treat deadly wounds if you wanted to do that as well.
It would take too long is the problem.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can absolutely, check them over, and then you can tell that they're just simply unconscious, that it's not anything beyond that. So you kind of shake them awake, and they seem to come around.
We are here to rescue you. You must move quickly. Follow Nima.
Oh, okay. And they seem real groggy, and they're definitely injured, but it doesn't look excessive. So they look out into the hall, they see some of their family, and they get a little bit more life in their eyes as they move towards them.
Which one is here in this cell with me?
You recognize Bomber in there.
Okay, Bomber's in here. Good. I will try to undo his bonds so that he can break free. You said this one's not unconscious, right?
Yeah, you can bend down with your giant chompers and just tear your way through the ropes that are holding Bomber.
Bomber, can you hear me? Are you okay?
He looks up through this blackened eye with blood matting his patchy fur. Says, "Oh, Scriv, they beat my ass, bro. My fuzzy ass."
I'm sorry, I tried.
I love him so much.
I love Bomber now.
New favorite dovetail.
Sorry, Scriff.
It's been supplanted as the favorite.
Scriff says, "Yeah, you look like shit."
I feel like it too.
Tank's already back at the ship. Can you walk?
I don't know about that.
I call over to Nima. Nima, Bomber's hurt pretty bad. Can you help him get back to the ship?
She puts Glitch's arm over Teb's shoulder and moves over to help.
Oh, I don't think I had heard previously that Teb was the other one. Okay.
Teb was the other one.
I drop Bomber and go to Teb.
God, this is so many names.
So Scriff will remind everyone there are 10 siblings.
They all sound the same.
I have 10 brothers and sisters.
Then we've accounted for only 4 of them. 5e has retreated to the northeastern door back into the ritual chamber, just trying to keep an eye out, worried that there might be another secret door that reinforcements could come through. But his plan is to bring up the rear of the group and just kind of cover the backside as they're moving.
Okay, so you're the rear guard.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Soul has charged up to Brandon. See him in the open main area, just watched everyone else taking care of the Yaski. Grabs him by the lapels. Where is he? Where did he go?
Brandon will just get shaken a little bit. I don't know, but I found some wine. He pulls out the bottle of wine.
How is that useful right now?
Oh, it'll be useful in a little bit when we're celebrating our victory.
Oh my God.
I genuinely hate you and just gonna stalk another direction and try and figure out where to go.
Well, you run into Para in the hallway.
Para, like the cloak, did you get bigger?
A little. It has been a day.
Talk later. Where do we go? Where is he?
Scriff said to go upstairs, but he ran.
Where the frick is the upstairs?
Yeah, from where you're standing, you look into the large room and you see a staircase taking up one side of it.
All right, tell everyone to get them out. I'll buy us some time. And
oh no,
Soul starts booking it.
Hey, Jeff, I think the rest of the cells were clear. It should have just been those 2 down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll look into this last room, see that it's empty, and 5e, you ready?
Affirmative.
All right. Everyone get back to the ship. We're going to take care of this.
All right. Nima leads the way of the Yosoki family, takes him out the front door, and you see him heading off towards the ship.
They all just kind of run by Brandon, who has made it into the hallway, and just says, "Nothing like a Yosoki family reunion in it."
I know Swarkus can't respond. I don't know if the ship can we communicate with the ship VI over comms?
I mean, I don't think we've ever done it, but I wouldn't see why not.
Okay. We still haven't given it a name, so I'm just gonna say Scriff to second hand.
This is the second hand, Scriff. Good to hear your voice.
We're bringing some passengers on board. Expect up to 10 more Yusoki.
Absolutely. I'll prepare the docks.
So 5e has gone back into the main hallway and is going to the opposite side of the staircase from where Soul is. And he's coming close to that VI panel. Does it react to him again?
The VI has just been standing there this entire time, passively. As you walk up towards it, it does look at you, but it doesn't say anything in particular.
Darn. I was hoping it would taunt me about my disciplinary actions again.
It's already on record. It doesn't need to do anything else.
I see Pawns floating by Brandon, and as Pawns floats by, Brandon will kind of put his arm out to stop Pawns and just say, "You look a little bit worse for wear, if you don't mind me saying. Would you care for one of these?" And he produces a healing serum for Pawns.
Is that drugs?
Not right now, but do you know where we could get some? This isn't the time, but we can talk later.
Yeah, I could definitely use something a little bit down right now.
All right, and everyone begins to head up the stairs, correct?
Yep.
Oh no, wait, I'm all alone again. Kind of rush up to 5e and I hand him that fusion.
Wait, where's Soul?
Soul's gone.
Uh-oh.
Soul ran ahead.
Oh, so we're ahead?
Soul was not waiting for anyone. No.
I was genuinely like, where the hell is everyone?
We were on the stairs.
That's the most Brandon thing ever.
Yeah, but 5e, I'm gonna hand you that insignia, or the fusion, because I think it would be most useful on you.
Okay.
Unless you can't equip it for some reason.
I don't know of any reason why I couldn't, but I don't know for certain if my weapons have slots or not.
So for fusions have a level. The amount you can put on a weapon is the level of the weapon.
As long as the weapon level is greater than or equal to the fusion, it's legit.
The total of the fusions, yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Soul, you have gone up ahead, so much like when you first came into this castle, you are the only one on this new map.
So, the first thing I'm going to do, and I know tieflings have dark vision, so it won't help, but I'm going to pop my darkness spell because those GoPros on their helmets didn't exactly look state-of-the-art. And it's a fun thing when you get to do magic and technology, right? So if there is a dim light 20 feet around me, are they going to have invested in cameras that will, dark vision through it? I don't think so, so I'm hoping that will help. The next minute, I have a darkness cloud around me.
Soul, you move up the stairs and into this carpeted antechamber filled with this eclectic collection of objects. Tables with symbols carved into metal inlays, an ancient-looking cannon, and a half-scale model of a catapult. Beautiful diagrams display theories of space travel and large paintings of wondrous planets unknown. 2 double doors grace the western wall, and a roaring fireplace plays its opposite.
Yes, very impressive. Quick perception roll of a 22. Anything important, anything like battle important to me right now, tunnel vision.
Battle important? You doubt that the cannon or catapult are going to attack you, but the main things of interest would probably be those doors because you don't see any violent tieflings around here.
Brilliant. So, floating every 30 feet, I'm going to this bottom left door here.
Are you going to go in, or are you going to wait for others to arrive?
If it's open, I'm going in. I'm going to throw it open. I'm not stepping through yet. I'm going to throw it open and look.
You throw open the door.
Quick step to the side.
So you step to the side of the doorway?
Just kind of so I can kind of see in, but, and there's 20 feet of darkness all around me. And I want to look in. Don't know that it's going to do me any good, but I'm peeking in this room.
You look in and you see this enchanting and warm bedhold lays just beyond the threshold. Well-maintained and extravagant to an extreme. Books line the walls, while rugs and pelts panel the floors. 3 Yosokis are huddled between 2 lavish couches. You see, in the back of the room, towering in this black suit, as black as midnight, horns sweeping behind with their swept back hair is a tiefling with these burning red eyes, horns almost touching the roof because of how tall they are. In front of them, you recognize the same Anasanoi that you had seen at the front of the castle. The tiefling's head turns as this door is thrown open and darkness floods from it. And you can't quite be sure, but you might see a small smile cross their face. And at this time, I'm going to move everyone else to this map.
I assume I hear them coming up behind me.
Oh yeah, you hear them coming up.
So, door blows open. I hear everyone coming up. I'm going to go ahead and drop the darkness so I won't blind Brandon. And very loudly, we'll say, there's the little cowardly individual. So small and pathetic that he has to resort to bullying children and beating up the defenseless. Hello, it's lovely to meet you.
Well, what are y'all waiting for? Come on in. We gotta get this party started.
So 5e throws open the northern door, hearing that comment through the panel. 5e enters the chamber and says, I did not come here to party, as you put it. This is not a recreational situation. You are in possession of sentient organics who are being held against their will. You will relinquish them forthwith, or you will be exterminated.
I'm pausing it before everyone keeps moving around the room.
Right.
I'm just hanging out on the bed.
Sneaking closer.
I noticed.
He said come in, and I went forward.
I was literally just following Scriff.
What is this picture?
Whoa.
Yeah, I hate to
this off
tell
the
you
screen
guys,
real quick.
but
Oh no, he's hot.
That's so much hotter than I was imagining.
But if evil, why hot?
What?
He does. He looks like the handsome Squidward.
Yeah, so you can't imagine him in his underwear and have it be better. Squilliam.
Are you Squidward now?
He's hot in more than one way, boys.
It's getting hot in here.
I'd like to keep his clothes on. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the bed.
Wait, what?
What?
What? I'm gonna be on the bed.
He's so hot, you get on the bed and you're like, okay, cool.
Wow.
That's a power move.
He said come in.
Yeah, I'll just sit on the bed for now.
Well, I'm so glad that you could all finally make your way here. I've been waiting with great anticipation, as have your family. You see those three Ysoki that I described. You see one of them is being held by one of the others. They seem not to be moving. You hear from one of them as they look up towards this massive tiefling. What did you do to her? As Click looks down at this frail Ysoki and then looks over, sees Scriff. Peter's not waking up. She keeps moaning, and I think she's hurt, but I can't find out where. So here's how this is gonna work. You're going to have to suss out the details of this situation. I'll tell you right now, what's happening is not obvious. We're going to go into a form of initiative, and each person who chooses to participate is going to have a chance to act. You have all your skills and abilities at your disposal, and if you make an educated guess in a particular direction and roll well enough, you may well get hints. The conversations will also need to be in character, and I will only allow so much per turn before you must take an action. One final thing. As Jeff had pointed out in a few episodes ago, I like to make people roll for things such as operations because I think it's fun, and while it may not be strictly rules as written, I have my reasons. And pawns, for having performed so many successful operations through the course of this show, you get a +2 circumstance bonus to your medicine checks whenever you find yourself behind the knife. So everybody roll for initiative. So this tiefling rests their hand on my Ronnie's shoulder just like he had before. And this little smile passes their face, and their eyes dart over towards 5e for just a second. Now, no time for chit-chat at this family reunion, 'cause you're still on the clock. And they look down at the writhing Ysoki. And you better hurry, because clock's a ticking. So, tell me, who all is going to move over to these Yosokis?
Scriff.
I'd like to move closer to the tiefling.
How close?
You know, kind of edge of the couch.
Brandon will move to this couch over here and then pretend to sit down and prop his feet up.
Is it a fainting couch?
It's a lot of fainting on that couch.
But yeah, Soul, as you move closer, their eyes move over to you and they... Either you're gonna stand over there to assist these unfortunately stricken Yosoki, or why don't you go ahead and have a seat?
Soul will move right in front of the couch, move back, so threatening the space left, but back to the Yosoki and just smile and say, I'd rather stand, thank you.
So for the record, I do intend to assist, but I don't feel the need to move from my current position yet.
Okay. All right, so to start off with, we're going to go through in initiative order. And Scriff, you move in to see the stricken Beta on the floor. What do you do?
I guess assess the situation. I'm curious if this is the same state that we saw Tank in.
What are you going to roll for that?
I'm thinking mysticism.
Mysticism, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh no. It's not great. It's only a 12.
12. Okay, with a 12, it's hard to tell what's going on with them. It's like you peel open their eyes and you don't see a orange tint like you did with Tank. So it doesn't seem to be that they're under any kind of control as far as you can tell from this. But with mysticism, you're not seeing a whole lot more than that, aside from bloodshot eyes.
That's helpful, actually.
Okay.
Do you say anything before we move on?
Real quick, what are the names of the 3 Yosoki that we have here? I heard Click and Beta.
The other one is Dust, who's standing over with this panicked expression on their face.
Okay. So Beta is the one that is unconscious. Click and
Correct.
Dust are standing over Beta. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
Click is holding Beta in their arms at the moment.
Beta, wake up! Can you hear me?
No response.
It's Scriff. It's your brother. I'm here. Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to get you out of here.
All right, Para.
Seeing Scriff, obviously panicked. That's the Para will say to Scriff, would you like me to take a look? Perhaps it is best that you keep your eye on our mutual problem, like eyeing towards Big Red.
Please.
Okay, then Para will move up and I assume they can roll another check as well? See if they can discern what's been done to them. Does this feel like some kind of magical interference?
Yeah, you can absolutely roll a mysticism check on it.
Come on, good roll. 15.
15. Since you happen to say magical interference, you can feel that as you try to detect what's going on, you feel as if it's being blocked somehow.
Okay, cool. I just turned to say something has been done to them as it was done to your brother, but this is different, worse. It might be best to get them out of here to safety. Let's have a look at them in less dangerous situation.
And what fun would that be? We're all here for a party. You can't leave early.
I do not think that these 3 are interested in your party.
Oh, but I'm interested in them.
I will pass my turn then.
Okay, so you got some information on that. Pawns, you are up.
Hans is... Let's see, he's going to move a little bit closer to the fireplace up north. And I'm going to use Detect Affliction, which will just tell me if there's been any poisoning or diseases passed on to the Yosoki. I am looking to see if there's any liquids, classes, anything that could have contained a poison. But yeah, Detect Affliction is going to tell me that basically for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it also detects curses. Wow. Nice.
Yes.
Yep.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Big curse
Which,
now.
in fact, is exactly what you detect. There seems to be a curse in place that is blocking you from detecting more of what's going on.
Huh. And then do I notice anything around the room? If it was a curse, that would be like magical symbols or blood or anything like that.
All right, so are you going
Potentially.
to move up to them to check for that, or are you just
No,
looking?
I was going to look around the fireplace.
Okay, round the fireplace? Yeah, all right, go ahead, give me perception since you're looking around the room.
Okay. So 21. All right, and Pons needs to roll a mysticism check to see if he can gather more information using the detect affliction. So I'm going to make that roll as well. It's going to be a 32. So that should tell me the nature of the curse as well.
Yeah, 1 second.
It was like, my plans!
Now we're getting into some, like, how do these rules work?
Okay, yeah, you detect that this is a type of warding spell that if you got in there, and if you did some mystical, magical mumbo-jumbo, like, say, rolled another mysticism check, you could possibly dispel this by breaking the runes that are on this person.
There seems to be some runes and something that is blocking the signal. It's like a curse. If we could break those on Vita, then we should be able to learn how to dispel the rest of the magic. I'm going to go check out the fireplace more.
Yeah, I'll give you perception freebie because it's not involved in the Beta situation. So what you notice over there, up in the north, there's this big roaring fireplace. You see another one of those plates that the VI shows up in. And with the roll that you made, you also see that under this rug, you see some scratch marks as if something has been moved, not unlike the statue that you found before.
I knew there would be something by the fireplace. Yes, okay.
All right, NR5E.
So 5E has just been watching all 5 of the other individuals in this room that are not members of our party. The 3 Soki, Myrani, and Big Red, as we've been calling him. And what I would like to do is to roll a sense motive check. And I'm looking for 2 pieces of information with this check if I can get both off them in one. One is which of these 5 individuals, I know Big Red's hostile toward us, but is anyone else here actively hostile toward us, our group?
Right.
And the other piece of information I want to know is the Tiefling doing something that he doesn't want us to know? Like, is he maintaining a spell? Is he having to stay where he is for a reason? Is he hiding something? So that's the information I'm trying to gather just by surveying the scene and looking at everybody's body language here.
Absolutely, go ahead.
That is a 24 sense motive. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, obviously, the Tiefling, very openly hostile.
Right, yeah.
Myrani, as you look over to them, is a studied neutrality. Like, it's almost forced, if you will. If you had rolled a little higher.
Oh, that's just mean.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
You know what? Well, should I use a mote? A fragment?
I feel like you're going to need to use that later.
Yeah.
This isn't the time.
I'll save it. I'm sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I think there's popsicles flowing out there if you want to convince someone, but that's up to you.
No.
Okay. Aside from that, you can tell that Click and Dust, the non-stricken Yasokis, both just look genuinely terrified and concerned about their sibling. That's all you're gonna get from that roll.
This is so stressful.
The music really helps.
I know, right?
That's Jeff's fault.
Let's just shoot his ass.
Then I'm gonna try to spit some nonsense back at this guy because he's a big mouth.
Okay.
He likes to talk a lot. I want to see if I can throw him off his game a little bit.
Okay.
See if you can keep him busy while the rest of us are doing small things.
So much talk of parties, so much talk of gatherings, of games. I thought you were a businessman with business propositions. I thought you had financial interests at stake here. Very strange that you would arrange this situation. Poisoning this man's brothers and sisters and leaving him to suss out the details. What is your ambition?
Well, you see, I don't always take so much interest in my clients. And he looks over towards Scriff. But I know someone special when I see it. And this all stems from my disappointment in their actions. And as he's talking, and like you said, he's kind of a big mouth and likes to hear himself talk, you're getting the sense that not only are they really not concerned about like any threats you guys pose, but they seem like they're almost having fun, like just under the surface.
Okay. That's like information.
All right. Brandon Masters, master of the house, what do you do?
So I think, Brandon, this is all going to be part of one big bluff check that I'd like to do. So if movement is included with this, I'll describe what I want to do, and you just tell me accordingly.
This is going to be a big fat lie.
Yes. I haven't really mentioned this before, but Brandon has this weird personality tick. Whenever he's lying, he always plays with his pinky ring. So if anybody might have
Brandon
picked
has
up
a
on that-
tell?
He does have a tell, yeah. I mean, that's if he fails the bluff check, I imagine. But he has that kind of thing going on. So I guess if this doesn't work out the way I plan, I guess you can read it as that. Anyways, Brandon will kind of sidle up along the couch, making his way towards the end of it, and then sitting down and says, well, we are deep into the heart of the beast, and I've made it my life's work to know when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em. With that, Brandon kind of pulls out a gun and points it at Scriff and says,
What?
it seems here we might be at an impasse. Now, I just signed on with these good folk over here, and they've been great to me. They've taken me quite a ways, but I'd be willing to hear out any kind of offer you'd be willing to make. And
Can I assist with this bluff? I'm going to say, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Before you can assist, I'm gonna need everybody to give me a sense motive on Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
Natural
to...
20 for a 37.
Oh my
Natural
gosh.
1 for a 2.
20 as well.
yes,
Are you kidding?
19.
I've made so many friends. I know.
16.
That's
my
nice.
gosh.
He's got friends who know what he's like.
Okay.
Everyone except Scriff gets it.
I'm gonna say
Well, I
that,
haven't rolled my bluff check yet, so
Yeah, it hasn't rolled bluff check.
yeah, we have to get bluff check first. It might be
lower than a 2.
it might be so bad you're like, I would definitely betray all the people, I'm sure. All right, what's that bluff check?
All right, this is with my expertise on top of this. So this is everything all together. We're adding a D6 plus 1 on top of this D20. Oh my
only
gosh.
+1?
A 37 bluff.
Oh, damn.
But I meet ya.
I think as he finishes talking, Brandon will kind of pull the trigger on his energy weapon and it begins humming as it's pointed at Scriff.
Very interesting. All right. He looks over at you, and with the hand that's not on my Ronnie, straightens his tie a little bit and says, well, then, if that is so the case, please prove your loyalty and remove this Yosoki from my sight.
Referring to Scriff, correct?
Correct. Saying blow him away.
I still have an action?
Yeah.
All right. Knowing that Scriff has this insane power armor and an insane EAC, probably, Brandon is going to pull the trigger. Can I intentionally, give myself penalties to try and miss, though? Or while also bluffing to show that, maybe I'm
not lying, I'm just incompetent.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oof.
Okay, a sleight of hand, I'll take it.
This feels like the fountain run all over again.
I know, right? It's a 24 sleight of hand.
Okay. Just roll something here. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's
Don't
fine.
worry about it at all.
Okay, give me that attack roll.
All right, here we go. Against Scriff Dovetail. Oh my god. Oh no.
You bastard.
Oh no.
I knew you weren't trustworthy. From the moment I saw you, you don't even know how to use a screwdriver, do you?
I just got a natural 20. I'm not even kidding.
No!
I'm not even kidding. I just got a natural 20. I'm going to reveal it.
Do I look worried?
Oh my god.
I'm not worried at all.
30 against EAC.
Really glad I got bourbon on the brick.
You know what the worst part about
boy.
this is that my gun has the arc critical condition, which means that Para is also going to take damage from this as well.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
Okay, so where does it
I
jump
don't
to?
understand.
Is it everyone adjacent, or is it one person?
It jumps to
Why
the
did you do
next
this?
the next target.
Why did you do
And that's how Mark got fired from EPN.
You're all next to each other.
Yeah, so the problem is both Beta and Para are right next to you.
The best part is that the powers are going like, he's got the bluff going. This is going to be good. Oh, God.
Hold on.
Where was the bluff?
Mark,
Tell me. Yeah, tell me,
Mark
Jeff.
gets to choose
Okay.
who it arcs to.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
If there's equal
Okay.
distance.
Do me a favor, Mark. Go ahead, roll one more time to see if you get a crit card on Scriff.
Will do.
Yay!
Oh my god.
I got a 14 against EAC.
That does not.
Okay, now I'm gonna do it. No
Yeah.
card.
That's
for
what
you.
I was
Go
hoping to
ahead.
get the first time.
Go ahead, roll your double damage.
Critical. So this is against Scriff.
Damn
That's
it, Mark.
14 points of electrical damage. And then
Okay.
I have to roll.
I take 13.
I'm rolling 1d6 against Para, because that's how much my arc does as well.
Mark, you don't get to make the plans anymore.
That's 2 points of electrical damage to Para.
So, not having seen him, like having been in the other room and not having seen him Leroy Jenkins into the fountain, was ready after the fight to be like, he did pretty good for a rich boy back there, but no, not anymore.
Jenkins!
So Brandon fires, and it hits Scriff square in the chest with so much force that the electricity bounces off of Scriff's armor and also shocks onto Para.
Great day, guys.
All right, so I guess we're going into combat now. Going to kill Brandon.
It's us versus Brandon, Big Red, and Myronic.
All directly around him currently.
I trusted you, Brandon.
I'd like to make one more. Am I able to make one more bluff roll, or is this my turn? I guess that I've already done enough.
I
actually.
think that's gonna be it. Yeah,
that's fine. All right.
Like you do see one of this tiefling's eyebrows go up a little bit, and then again, like a little smile comes, like, I respect the dedication. And then Soul, you're up.
Jesus Christ.
Here's your contract.
This has gone so much worse than I had planned.
Oh no, this is great. I'm loving this.
Oh, man.
You are the only
Oh,
one.
boy.
Well, I had things planned, but
Now half the party thinks Brandon has jumped ship, and the other half is like, he actually did it. Yeah, so the only people that were not convinced were Soul, 5e,
No.
and
he rolled a 37.
I gotta roll a 37. I don't think anybody
Yeah,
beat
you're right.
that.
Fooled
That's right.
everyone.
I literally got a 37. I'm the only
I'll
one.
take that
that was
back.
Only
fooled.
5e.
Gotcha.
I will
gotcha.
And
take
even
that back.
and even
wait.
5e is standing there going, that
Yeah,
was
no, I
not
got-
a well executed bluff.
I got a nat 20, and I was like, oh, cool. This is according to the plan.
I think I'm thinking of androids, but do SROs take a negative on sense motives against humans?
No.
that's Android.
No, that's an Android thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Flat effect.
Quit trying to take our one win from us, Jeff.
I mean, we could just kill Brandon and bring in a new character. It'll all work
Wow.
out.
Actually,
He already
didn't you
betrayed
wanna
me.
Didn't you try to kill Brandon before, though? And you had like a
I have
character with-
never
not yet.
rolled an attack against Brandon. How dare you? I'm only about to.
I feel like I remember Mark saying, like, I got another character I'd like to try out. So I'm going to kill Brandon.
Mark was just afraid Brandon was going to die.
This is just Mark trying to bring in his new character.
No. Again, nobody expects to roll a natural 20. You know, and again, with Scriff with that amazing power armor, I 100% thought that it was going to miss. But
I mean, to be fair, I'm like not even halfway through my stamina.
Can you imagine the look on Brandon's face when he hits, and not only hits, but does massive damage?
And then he just starts messing with the ring.
I think that it's more so that it's because the bluff was so well executed, instead of like the face, having him have like a facial tell, he just begins sweating profusely.
Yeah, you see in the hat just this ring of sweat where the band is.
There's a big anime sweat bead coming down off of Brandon right now.
How did he go from fine to sweating through the jacket all in 6 seconds?
You'll never
Flop
know
sweat
because of those
instantly.
failed sense motives. Only 5e knows.
only 5e knows that Brandon is making a play right now.
That's a very bad thing because it's Soul's turn.
Soul, what do you do?
All right, so when Soul got a little too close to the tiefling and he asked Soul to sit down, Soul did drop their sword, so it went back to being the moat, orbiting their head. Kind of hands out, being very much on guard, but trying to not escalate the situation, has spent all this time just eyes locked on Myrani. And then Brandon does this. So
I can't believe it.
everything I had planned, no, Soul is going to very quickly clear this distance to be catty-cornered to Brandon, grab their moat, summon the sword, and put it to Brandon's throat. What in the 9 bloody hells do you think you're doing?
I'm not able to do any kind of skill checks or anything, right?
Yeah.
And this is a pretty tense situation.
It is. I'll let you piggyback off of Soul's turn a little bit. What are you going to do?
So I'd like to attempt the pass secret message task of the Bluff skill. The
Oh my
DC is 15 for simple messages or 20 for more complex messages.
Is your whole character sheet like made for cheating in school or something?
Pretty much.
That's what it feels like.
Pretty much. So I'd like to roll a bluff check to try and pass a secret message along to Soul.
Do you want to be my friend? Yes, no.
Just a little piece of paper.
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
I love it.
Pansexual cowboy Van Wilder.
Also, given my character's background, and we've established some things that I've been involved in, and Brandon's character history, could we potentially do this in some sort of coded message?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, give me that roll.
Okay, so the great thing about this is even if it is a nat 1, I will still be able to pass it. So
Okay, you pass by default.
I pass by default the simple one, but I'd like to go for the complex one, the complex message.
Okay.
All right, so here comes my bluff check. That's a 31, so that clears the pass secret message. So basically what this means is that you can pass a secret message to an ally without others understanding the message's true meaning. Those overhearing the message can attempt an opposed sense motive to learn the gist of the message. So you'd have to clear a 31 sense motive.
Okay.
All right, so basically the complex message that I'd like to get across is just how would Brandon say this to Soul?
Can you reference, like, maybe something we almost tried to pull back on Atskar's end?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. So with the blade to Brandon's throat, he'll look into Soul's eyes and just say, "This is just like that job we tried to pull on Atskar's end. You know, the bartender caper. We have to follow the credits, darling."
Okay, I imagine that like most of the communication is done through eyebrow wiggling, like
And sweating, just profuse sweating.
okay. You pick up the gist of what he's talking about, and with those clues and that good of a roll, you know that he's up to something. He didn't just switch sides. There's something else going on.
All right. Soul is so annoyed. They're not quite shaking, but anyone who's very much paying attention, which I doubt they are, notices there's like a slight irregular movement in their very poofy pants.
Whoa! Whoa!
Not at the front! Not at the front!
Two P's.
All the times, darling, this might not be the one.
This really is just like that bartender caper.
Is that a moat in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
And they are going to attempt to, like, drag Brandon in front of them, just 5 feet in front of them, and kind of hold him there. They're not giving up this bluff, right?
Yeah.
They're not removing the sword, but, like, trying to make this convincing, and they're just going to be like, "I genuinely fucking hate you."
Yeah, Brandon definitely plays along with this as well. Doesn't necessarily go limp, but it just kind of gives in to the motion.
Assuming that I get anything more out of this, I just want to keep the blade there, but look at Myrani and just make eye contact with Myrani and try and get any kind of read off of them.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sense motive on them.
It's a 21.
21.
Not gonna beat what 5e got, but I did make a really good plea to them earlier.
what I'll give you is they have this expression of neutrality that's been happening through this entire... I don't even know what to call this situation anymore, but it's been happening the whole
Cluster.
time.
Yeah, that's the word I'd use.
I like how Adam starts off with, this is going exactly how I thought it was going to go, and now he's going,
Sabotage!
No, this is so much better than I was ready for.
Yes.
My evil plan is going nothing like I wanted it to, but it's still okay.
It's so evil.
I mean, that's how Big Red feels. He's like, oh, they're turning on each other. This is great. I'm just going
Right?
No, trying to lull him into a false sense of security. Let's go.
Right.
I am gonna try and drag Brandon to the square directly north of me. So, I'm still giving him a shot to either of these people if he needs to bluff or actually take action, but it looks like I'm doing more than I actually am. Not removing the sword though, and just keeping my eyes on Irani and just being like, we're here.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure because they have this black sclera triple eye set, but you feel like it might have flitted over to you for just a second. All right, Scriff, it comes back around to you. You don't know what's going on with Brandon. You can see that Soul has taken charge of that situation, if nothing else, but you also don't know how much time you have left because this tiefling has hinted at it.
So, Scriff, not knowing what Brandon did is a bluff, is going to say, Pashangwala, betray me, my family, leaps over his siblings and punches him square in the jaw.
Go for it.
I'm going to roll an attack roll.
Do it.
And because I'm in the know, not that I can beat his KAC, but I am at least going to try and use my...
The Eclipse Defense?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm going to attempt to use my Eclipse Defense.
Okay, well, I got a 26 against KAC.
So that definitely hits. Now, there's one thing I did forget to mention to both Soul and
electric.
Oh, boy.
I do have an electrostatic field as well, so
Of course.
should I just roll 1d6 and then that will hit both of them?
Oh my gosh,
absolutely.
that damage.
Okay.
Here's the fun thing. I grabbed Brandon earlier, and we both have electric fields. So do we cancel out, or do we both take it?
I'm willing to take the damage.
The only sparks that will ever be between us, darling.
So, Soul, because you were the one who jumped in and grabbed Brandon, go ahead and give me highs or lows, heads or tails.
Oh, tails always.
So you jump in, grab Brandon, and your force field back and forth, and you're not going to take damage from that grab. However, Scriff definitely is going to as he punches Brandon across the face.
Yeah, so Brandon, you did 13 to me. You're going to take 16.
All right.
Hold on,
boy.
let me. It's not going to work, but we're going to. I'm just making sure I don't have to click anything else. No. Okay. I assume a 26 is not going to be 8 plus your KAC.
No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So 16 is what I take?
You take 16.
Okay, cool.
And what's the damage back to him from this field?
Why are you guys so alive? I'm over here just barely hanging on.
You know what I'll say? I'll say that this is a great distraction.
This is exactly what I was trying to do.
You were far too successful.
I love it. Hey, then my plan worked out just fine. Everyone go
Big
in.
Red is just over there this is going great.
All right, yeah. So I guess Brandon will just take the punch, shock Scriff a little bit, and then kind of just spit blood on the floor. It's just business, honey.
Pashangwala. How much did I take?
5 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay.
It's okay. I know your stamina's really high for the armor.
All right, Scriff, you smash Brandon across the face, and he says, it's just business. What do you do with the rest of your turn?
How could you do this? You said you were here to help.
I didn't say who I was trying to help, now did I?
Kage pizza. You're worse than the tiefling here.
Well, I am offended.
I'm not going to respond to that. So yeah, we need to move on to Para.
Cool. Wow. Para, like, shocked between what's happening, is going to send... Telepathic message would be an action, right?
Yeah.
It's a spell. It's a standard action. Unless you have telepathy. If you have, like, telepathy...
I don't. It's just a spell. You know what? They see this as a chance. They saw something in what Brandon was doing originally, and this seems like a great distraction to get these Yoshoki out of here.
Okay.
So they're just going to whip round these. They're all quite frail. Can I grab the three of them?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes.
3 arms come out and just...
Yep, the power wraps them all up in the cloak and the 3 arms. Looks at Scriff and says, "If nothing else, this is an excellent distraction. Do what you must. I will get your family to safety." And they are going to jet dash out of the room with these Yoshoki.
All right, you jet dash as hard as you can, and just as you get to the door, it automatically closes in front of you.
Of course.
V.I. Hannaford turns and says, "I'm sorry, the meeting is not yet over. Please remain inside."
You son of a...
I really do not like you.
I am sorry to hear that. I will relay that to my programmers.
Para does. They send an email.
Please contact your administrator.
Angriest email typing.
Well, I have them out of harm's way at least. I don't think I can do any more actions, so have at it.
I love how the map is just Paro with 3 Yoshoki all around.
Right? Just like in his arms, just like, this didn't work.
Okay. Para picks up the 3 Yosokis, tries to get out of the room, doesn't work. Pawns, you're up.
I'm going to check out those scuff marks. I assume that they're coming from the northeast side here. Is that where the scuffs seem to be trailing, Adam?
Give me another perception as you investigate this area.
Okay. It's like to the right of the fireplace, basically. And that is a 28.
28. As you look around this fireplace, you're, I imagining, checking for secret doors, panels, any of that kind of stuff. And what you're gathering is the scrapes start at the corner of this fireplace, and it looks like it moves out, it swings out into the room, and that's what's left these scuff marks. So with your Detective Pawns abilities, you think that fireplace is a fake fireplace.
Oh, wow, pawns.
Do I have an action left, or is that basically it?
What are you going to try to do?
It would be a detect magic and just spin in a circle.
Oh my god.
Sure.
All right. So I use detect magic as a level 0 cantrip or spell, and then I spin in a circle to get a radar effect of 60 feet around me of any magical.
I got it.
Effects. There we go. SK is spinning.
All right. Yeah, you detect magic on the other side of this wall.
Yes. All right, and that'll be then my turn then.
Okay. And R5E, things have gone so sideways.
Shit is so right now, yo.
What everyone sees 5E do is level his pistol at Brandon and say, "Think very carefully about your next move, Masters." What no one sees 5E do is activate one of his advanced ocular sensor packages, which is the manifestation of his Glimpse the Truth ability.
Whoa!
Which gives him true seeing for 1 round.
Whoa. Yeah.
In a 60-foot range.
Nice.
He's going to look around the room and see if there's anything that he's missed. Is there magical obscurement? Are there illusions? Are there invisible creatures? True seeing. You confer upon the target the ability to see all things within 120 feet as they actually are, 60 for me. The target sees through normal and magical darkness, notices secret doors hidden by magic, sees the exact locations of creatures or objects that are invisible or displaced, sees through illusions, and sees the true form of changed or transmuted things. Further, the target can focus its vision to see into the ethereal plane but not into extra-dimensional spaces. It does not penetrate solid objects. It in no way confers X-ray vision or its equivalent. It does not negate concealment, including that caused by fog. Does not see through mundane disguises or spot creatures who are simply hiding or notice secret doors hidden by mundane means.
I like to think that
Okay.
5e's head turns all the way around as he sweeps the room.
I'm imagining, like, you know, the predator vision when the vision changes to like infrared or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Absolutely. So within the 60 feet, you're getting basically everybody. You can see that where Pons is looking, that fireplace is in fact a trapdoor. It has some sort of magical barrier on it, so if it's opened, something might go off.
Gotcha.
Off. Oh. Looking over at the tiefling, you can see with your sight that there is this almost barrier of smoke that you did not see before that's rising up around them.
Around them, the three Isoki?
The tiefling themselves.
The tiefling himself, okay.
And even though you can't see what is going on, you get this strange glimpse off of Myrani, like a little bit peeking out from their collared shirt.
Okay. That is useful information. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's a good turn. Brandon Masters, man of the hour.
Man of action.
Okay, so there are a few things I'd like to do. However, it depends on it's gonna be your call, GM, on how this is all gonna work out. I'd like to use the diversion task of the bluff skill. Now, normally when you do a diversion, you can either attempt a stealth check to hide as if I had cover or concealment, or you would get a +10 bonus to perform the palm and object task of sleight of hand. What I'd like to try to do is I'd like to try and like begin wiggling, trying to like pretend that I'm trying to free myself from Soul's grasp, but then try to put a grenade from my body into Scriff's hand, using the pickpocket, kind of like the pickpocket task of sleight of hand, but kind of in reverse. Now that's a lot of
interesting.
It's a lot of gears that need to be turning, and you're gonna need to. It's gonna be your call on all of that. But that's essentially what I would like to try to do. I would like I have the action economy to do it.
Okay, so boiled down, you want to sleight a grenade into their hand.
Into Scriff's hand, correct, yes.
I will say that I was planning my next turn to kind of shove Brandon into Scriff and be like, I'll leave you to him.
Yeah.
So many gears. So many moving gears.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, so first of all, I do have the quick draw feat, so I can draw a weapon as a swift action. So let's just, before anyone goes into rules, this is totally within rules to do so. So yeah, he as quickly as he can, draws a Mark II concussion grenade, and then attempts a sleight of hand check to try to put it into Scriff's hand, the hand that just punched him. Here we go. Oh my god. No, wait, do I get a diversion to help with this or not? With the bluff?
Yeah, go ahead. This will be a whole turn to do this.
Exactly,
In the
that's
bluff.
fine. That's totally fine. That's all I wanted to do. So yeah, as like he begins like so get off of me now. Get off of me. And we'll roll a bluff check to try to do a diversion. That's a 29.
In my mind, Brandon grabbed the hand that just punched him and started like...
No. Start nibbling. Yeah, so he got a 29 bluff check, and now he is going to perform a sleight of hand. It's another 29 sleight of hand.
Okay. Scriff, you just decked Brandon across the face. One hand is still coming down, and then you feel something in your left hand. And you look down and you see a grenade's in there.
In my middle hand, which I feel everything.
Fine, I can flavor it that your sensors detect grenade, if you would like. Sensors detecting grenade.
Are they about to go off, or
I wasn't armed.
Brandon gets us again.
slips a full pin grenade in your hand?
Nat won the sleight of hand that is armed.
He's holding a thermal detonator.
That would be what happened if we rolled a nat 1, and I would absolutely expect that of this cluster situation.
It's like a bad sleight of hand.
All right,
Whoops, both the pin on
I
accident.
genuinely have no idea where you're going with this.
Just a heads
one
up.
does.
So the grenade that I handed you has it does 1d4 damage, but it also has the knockdown effect. So if they're in that radius, they have to perform a check, or they just fall prone.
Yeah, but me punching you does way more than that.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to use it in the next fight to get the tiefling off his footing.
I mean, I don't see the point here. He can just loot it off your body. Like,
It's true.
yeah,
that's my turn.
So, Scriff, you notice a grenade in your hand suddenly, and you can take from that what you will. It is very strange that you now have a grenade, though.
It's very strange. I don't remember having a grenade.
Okay, Sol, you're up.
Oh, this has gone so off the rails. All right, so as I said, Sol is going to shove Brandon towards Scriff, which I hope doesn't cause him to take more electric damage.
I think they have to. They have to either attack or like actually come up and attempt harm or something.
And going to just be like, look at Scriff, give Scriff a wink, because facing away from the tiefling at this point, and say, I'll leave him to you. Shove him towards. Drop the sword, because I'm trying to be as non-threatening as possible. So the moat is back, and I'm going to I'm just going to move here. Hands up.
Kind of in front of Myrani.
Yeah, just
Okay.
I want to be the front and center thing. If anyone is going to get attacked, I want it to be me and not someone who's got family on the line.
Or no HP.
Or no HP.
Please.
Also that.
And I'm going to once again just meet Myrani's eyes and try and get a read. And if you want to keep this check going up, that's fine, but I'm going to just keep checking.
Yeah, do it again.
That's still only a 24. Going to meet his eyes. And then I'm just going to bring my gaze up to the tiefling. I assume tiefling still has that hand very firmly.
Mm-hmm.
Myrani should.
Okay. So you look over at Myrani again, straight in the eyes, you look over at the tiefling, back down to them, and you can see sweat rolling down their face. His body language says that he's about to do something.
Brilliant. I'm going to look again at the tiefling, lock eyes with him. I'm going to smile. And I'm going to glance again back at Scriff. Oh, I see. The big scary tiefling is threatened by the brilliance of the tiny little Yusoki. Are you threatened, darling? This is really quite pathetic. Let me guess, you're hung like a tube of lipstick, are you? Then I'm going to switch to Celestial, just to piss the tiefling off. And I'm just going to keep talking, and you can tell me when my turn is up, but going to keep saying, in Celestial, tell me, is your mother still alive? Because if she is, I will make it my sworn duty to seek her out and bring her here so that she might spit on your corpse, as I'm sure you've caused her nothing but pain and suffering.
Okay, so you just continue on this tirade for a while.
Taunting. He's having too much fun, and I would very much like to make him angry.
Okay. Well, that's the end of your turn. Scriff, you're up.
Just throw it out there. We still haven't solved the whole curse problem.
No.
Yeah.
This entire time?
Yeah.
I can't fix it.
Par is the only one over there.
The person who can probably fix it is staring at
Para, please.
That's a pawns and para thing.
I am so far north now.
Pawns over here. Why isn't anybody I'm the only one who can fix it? Why isn't anyone else doing it?
Mistakes were made.
Wasn't there?
There's a couple people.
There's a grenade in my hand.
You got a very expressive wink.
Yeah, you could roll a sense motive right now on Brandon if you wanted.
Sure, why not? It's a 4.
That son of a...
Now he's giving me grenades. This piece of...
Are you trying to blow me up? I'll kill you. I guess I'm punching Brandon again.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm so sorry.
No.
but
This is great. I'm having a ball.
This is amazing.
I hate this so much.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I wasn't trying to ruin your life.
Just your characters.
That's a 20 against KAC.
Oh, that's absolutely a hit.
Okay. This is an overcharge punch, by the way. You're gonna take 19 damage.
Okay. Are you punching with the grenade in your hand?
No, the other hand.
Other hand.
But again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
punch.
The electrostatic field.
You're lucky I'm not doing my chomp.
This is stop rolling well against allies and rolling shit against the enemies. Okay, that's a 6. That's
But
max
after
damage.
all your nat 20s
That's true.
against enemies.
That's true.
6
All right.
damage against you, Scriff.
Oh, yeah, I take it.
And okay, so like, was that all just bludgeoning damage? 19.
It's piercing.
A piercing. Okay, cool. All right, so there's that. So I'm out of stamina. And okay.
And you only have 30 health.
This is
24
going
now.
so well.
Just this armor keeps coming down on Brandon.
You're gonna go down in like one hit.
It's fine. It's
This is
fine.
not good.
All right. Anything else, Scriff?
I have a move action.
Mm-hmm.
I have a move action. Do I see what's happening with Para and the Yusokis?
You saw that he picked them up and took them over to the door, and the door shut. Yes.
They look as safe as they can be, given the circumstances. I think Scriff's done with this. I think Scriff is ready to fight. And he's gonna say, "Cats, neutralize all enemies."
Okay. As you say that, my Ronnie looks at you, Scriff, and that mask of neutrality drops away. And there's this horrible pleading look. And they say, "It's too late. The bomb's already active." And as they say that,
Oh my
the
god.
tiefling grabs my Ronnie by the throat and lifts them up bodily. Says, "I can't believe that you've gone and done this to me. You've gone and broke my heart. And now I'm going to have to break something of yours." Para, over in the corner,
Oh, shit.
Yep.
you look down at one of these Yosokis that you're holding on to. And you see around their spine area, this pink glow begins to emanate. And as this bomb inside of Beta detonates, these pink flames begin to engulf you, Click, and Dust. You see this happening almost as in slow motion, as you see chunks of yourself begin to burn away, and you hear a voice from inside your head. "It's always so fascinating to see how short-lived creatures are so quick to throw away their lives when they think it's important. Some might even call it admirable. I, however, was not expecting that from you, Para." And we'll see you in the next episode.
I mean, I can do another hour.
When life drains you down, charge up on the Emergency Power Network. Theme song Triangles by Diamond Ace. Find them at bandcamp.com. Music provided by Nicholas Judy of Dark Fantasy Studio at darkfantasystudio.com and Tabletop Audio. Find them at tabletopaudio.com. As well as Carl Casey of White Bat Audio. Find them at whitebataudio.com. Font Azonics by Mixo. Find them on Twitter at MixoFX. The Starfinder role-playing game, including its official lore and images, are the intellectual property of Paizo Incorporated. All rights reserved. Narrated by Danny Lee Collins.